So here we are with the DCS World commentary video, and actual voice commentary for once. This is the Bay of Hogs campaign. The link's in the description, so you can get it from there. We're flying up the coast now after a successful shakedown, and something is about to happen. Looking for oh, there it is, looking for a rebel attack, and we have just found it. So we'll go have a look. A little message up there on the top says, there they are in the Jeep heading for the bridge off to the right there. So this campaign is a very 80s action movie sort of thing, where you're flying a helicopter in support of a Bay of Pigs style invasion, hopefully more successful than the first one. I'll look to my side and you'll be able to see my crew there in their proper Latin American tiger stripe camouflage with the mustaches and crucifixes. Anyway, so rather than arming the helicopter itself, what we've decided to do is put some guys in the back with grenade launchers and assault rifles, and so I've got to get fairly close both vertically and sideways for them to shoot. The Jeep we're chasing is following right behind that larger truck as we head over toward the power lines. I will drop in real close like and take our shot in a second. There they go. Now, something that this campaign models is secondary explosions from things you blow up, and so, as you can see, we took some pretty serious damage from that. The voice message system there is telling me that my generators have failed, which is no good. That's just because the engines have been overtorqued. But pajar, as it said, it means fire, and that's obviously no good. I paused at this point because I don't remember all the fire procedures. It turns out that everything actually worked. The light illuminated there says that the fire extinguisher went off, and the fact that there are no flashing lights says that the fire is out. So just kind of ignore this while I wait. Just for good luck, I hit the rest of them to make sure that nothing else catches fire. If you have a look at the gauge on the bottom left of the instrument panel, you can see that one of the RPM needles is way down, and that's not good. That is one of my engines, and I need both of those for the flying. The click areas for those throttle levers to the side of the collective are very hard to find with the mouse. There it is, got it eventually. So I'm presented with the task of getting this thing back to base with just the one engine. Oh, and the autopilot has gone too. That was probably some battle damage that happened when I took that hit. As you can see, the single engine is not quite enough for the takeoff straight into hover. I do give it a valiant try to get some forward motion going, but what I'm doing here is just kind of skidding over the ground as opposed to actually flying, and while I am making progress in some direction. It's not where I need to go, and it's not going to get me there very fast either. It does take me a while before I give up and try something else. As I push the collective trying to get just a little bit more altitude out of it, you'll hear the turbine RPM droop, and that's no good. Because once the turbine and rotor RPM drops enough, you get generator failure, and you can see my little fan spinning down there as I lose all my AC power. The throttle level's all at full, I hit upon a slightly better idea. If I can't take off from a stop, I will get a rolling start and see if that works any better. And indeed it does, although that truck is coming up awfully fast. Fortunately, we just clear him, and we are airborne, and evidently staying in the air, which is fortunate. I want to remark briefly on the durability of this helicopter, given that when I hit the ground earlier, that was about 7 or 8 meters per second, and that is some serious sink rate for landing gear to absorb. On the very bottom left of the instrument panel, you can see that the fire light is still flashing. As far as I can tell, there's no way to turn that off. And if you look at the top left of the instrument panel, you can see that my Doppler system is also gone. The instrument with the 2 white bars at the top right of the panel is my ground speed indicator, and I'm going much faster right now than the 50 kilometers per hour, which it can show. Lovely view through the shattered windows there. Even without autopilot, it's an extremely docile helicopter, and one that I find extremely easy to fly. With only 5 or 6 hours in it so far, I find myself doing things I wouldn't even attempt in the Huey. One thing I've always found hard in 2-seat aircraft is to fly them straight, because sitting in the seat to the one side is difficult for me to reconcile with the direction that I'm actually going. Now, Control asks me to land on the green marker, but given the state of my helicopter, that's not going to happen. I let her line her up on the runway and take her in for a rolling landing. Again, this is why you put wheels on your helicopter as opposed to skids. Wheels are so much more versatile, and let you do things like this. Shedding speed down to about 100 kilometers an hour now. Or is that 50? I think that's 50. No, it's 100 because I think 50 is the bottom one. Or is it? I don't remember. Shuddering as we go through effective translation to lift. We also hit ground effect at about the same time. Cut the collective a little bit. Touchdown. There you have it. Thanks for watching this short little video, and for listening to me babble on during it. See you next time.